Story time. Hi, my name is Van, a photographer based in Malaysia, and I'm gonna show you my journey with this Olympus OM-D EM-1 camera. This started around 2016 when I first purchased it, and I had fun with it since then. Although I did have a Nikon camera before that. That was my first camera, but it was the EM-1 Mark I that I had more time and exploring photography with it. Fast forward to today. Here it is. A big major change was actually the cosmetics. The rubber grip. If you can see here, the rubber grip on the camera has completely taken out. Like for example, this one supposed to be here and this one here. As you can see, it's all separated from the camera itself. I could have this fixed, but at this point, when I check the service center, it would actually cost more to have this because they will be replacing it with a new one. They will not be sticking it back again. It's costly to have it fixed, so I didn't bother to do it, although the camera still turns on. Now I'm going to show you a series of pictures that I took with this camera. It was fun. This one is sports photography. So another major change that happened with this camera was the batteries. So I had two original batteries, as you can see, and this is a third-party battery that I purchased recently because the two batteries could not properly. I don't rely them anymore because they were, if you can see, the cover has been removed. It could be it's bloated already. This battery actually doesn't fit properly anymore because it's bloated, and I just don't want to force it and having a problem removing it out. So recently I found that it's not holding a charge properly anymore, and yeah, it's kind of struggling, and buying a new one would be another expensive one, and the batteries of this camera didn't really go down in terms of price. So yeah, that's why I started to buy a third-party one, which is this one, but of course it doesn't hold charge longer than the original one. Yeah, so these are product photos that I took with this camera. This was a microphone, a photo of another camera. So next is the eyepiece. If you can see, the eyepiece of this camera has already been broken, and I still have that eyepiece here. I can't even. I have to use something that could have it stick in there, but because the plastic is broken, I don't have a way to put it back. I didn't want to use glue or something. It might also that won't look good on my camera. So I just kept this as a remembrance for this. And yeah, so the eyepiece was the one that's really, but everything still works. And the shutter, the button still works. Oh, and one thing, if I take out the battery on if I take out the battery in this camera, it will not remember the date and time, meaning the internal battery that's within inside the camera itself might also be broken or dead anymore. So every time I put my battery, I would need to change the date and time. So I'm gonna show you again the photos that I took with this camera all through the years. I can still shoot with the camera. But because it's unreliable in terms of the battery, and I must say it could stop working anytime soon. And using this with a professional job that I will be hired, it's just something that I couldn't do. It's because I would be risking my my work in terms of this. So I usually, like lately, since I have this problem for a longer period now, I usually borrow a camera from a friend of mine, Robin, to use as my main camera, and this will be my second camera because of that. So far, like for posting on social media, going out, and even use this for vlogging, I can still use it, but it's a pain. And that's what we're supposed to do as photographers. We should be using our gears, especially our camera, to its maximum until it really gives up, because that's how you would improve yourself, not actually buying the latest and greatest and thinking that your photography would improve with it. I must admit, in the past year, I have taken few photos from this camera. It's because I hate to fix things, and when you're in the moment, you really you really can't rely this anymore. As I said, I borrow another camera, or I use my phone to take photos, which I need to take. My plan was actually, since 2021, when the rubbers started falling off, I actually was planning to get a second-hand body of EM-1 Mark II, the second generation of this model, but didn't really just had a chance to buy it because of some other priorities. And that's been what's going on until this year. And that's the current situation with my EM-1 Mark I. But hey, the story doesn't end up there, actually. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank my friend Robin Wong, who actually gave his camera to me. I couldn't believe it when he first told me, but he gave me his EM-1 Mark III. Yeah, it's actually the camera that's shooting right now. But EM-1 Mark III was the camera that I used to borrow from him. But it's another story. He has a different story to tell from his end. So please check it here. I'm linking it, the story of how or why he's giving away his EM1 Mark III. So it's a third generation of the EM1, and I'm really happy that I got it from Robin. I didn't expect. Thank you very much, Robin. That's all for the story. I hope you learned something from this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.